What's going on, guys? It's your boy GS, and welcome back to yet another installment of the Madden 13 biblicalness that I provide for you guys. Really quickly, before we get into the gameplay of the most frustrating game I've ever played in Madden 13, a subscriber went ahead and sent me a message, and yes, it's very true. I wanted to do Mondays, 2-piece Tuesdays, and 2-piece Thursdays, but then he's like, you did mention before that you didn't want to clutter so many videos, and to have 2 videos on Monday, because I will be doing an unedited version and an edited version for Mondays, and then 2 videos on Tuesdays, and then 2 videos on Thursdays. That's a lot of videos, and I was like, you're absolutely right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Mondays and then 2-piece Thursdays. So every Thursday we're going to do 2 videos, and then every Monday we're going to do Mondays, and then from then on, Tuesdays, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can still expect one biblical entertaining video from none other than your boy GS. So that's going to be our new schedule from here on out. So let's get into the gameplay. You see, we're going against Muay Thai 54, and he went ahead and selected the Tennessee Titans, and I went ahead and selected the New York Giants. And this is me using the bunch formation out of the Broncos playbook. So this is the Broncos playbook that I've been trying out. I think this is the, I want to say, 3rd game of me using the Broncos playbook. So, within a couple of plays, we go to the go streak real easy. We go to Victor Cruz, a.k.a. Salsa Cruz. He doesn't give us no salsa dance, but we'll take the 7 points anyways. So we're up 7-0, and as you see, obviously, we're playing in the snow, and that makes it more difficult for the offense because every once in a while, you have a wide receiver fall. I wish defenders will fall. Wouldn't that be fair? Every once in a while, a cornerback will slip or something like that. No, only the wide receivers fall, which is a little odd. But, he has a very, very explosive running back that I have to worry about. Chris Johnson can absolutely just, within a snap of a finger, he can just take it all the way to the house. So we got to, game plan around him. We got to be able to stop him. Jake Locker can be effective at times, but his accuracy isn't the greatest. So we're not too worried about his passing game. It's our running game. It's his running game that we want to spend most of our focus on. So as you see, he's driving the ball, and the frustration doesn't start yet. You'll see when it clicks in, and he's moving the ball pretty good, and but the Giants has a really, really good defense, so I'm expecting them to come through for me, when they need to. So 3rd and 7 after a sack, he ends up calling a play, and he's obviously calls a play, but he ends up throwing an interception. Don't test the user. He's so disrespectful. Somebody please recharge my battery and send this man a link to my channel. But I wanted you guys to pay attention to his defensive play calling. Look at his defense. This man calls a 1-0-10 every play. He does max coverage every play. He's backing up everybody. Look at this. Look at this. He didn't even send anybody that time. He sends minimal defenders every single play. Now, that should be easy considering we'll just run, which we did. But whenever we were forced to pass, let's say if I ran into my own lineman or I called a screen play and it got negative yards or it was incomplete, and I was forced to pass, it got really, really difficult. It's tough to try and find 4 receivers and you got 10 people covering them. That's literally more than 2 people per person. So everybody's double teamed. And then you got 2 people on the QB spy. So, it's not easy, but, I got to take it for what it's worth. I got to run the ball. I got to be effective. I got to find a way to beat this. And right here at the beginning of the second quarter, I'm looking for my plays. We go to the bunch week. Oh, he sends me a nice little message in the top right corner, which I shall not repeat. And I'm like, really? You got the audacity to send me that? The only thing I could think of why he would send me that is because I was killing the clock. The way his defense was, the way he was calling his defense really, really, really frustrated me. So I killed the clock completely as much as I could. Right here, unfortunately, he ends up stalling me out, so I ended up kicking a field goal, which sucked, man. I was really, really close to scoring, but, he stops us, so we're forced to kick a field goal. But we'll take that. We're up 10-0, and the 2-possession lead is a 2-possession lead. But his defensive play calling, I'm watching it, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. This is your every down defense? I mean, he literally does it every down. Doesn't matter what the situation is. And then I was, doing really good on the run. But God forbid, I messed up and did a Mark Sanchez and ran into my lineman's butt. And I got knocked down. and I got a no-yard gain, and then I was forced to pass. It's difficult to pass when you got 10 people in coverage. So right here, we got Locker, and we end up hitting him as he throws. So as long as our defense is able to come through, we'll kill some clock, and we'll be able to take this game home, easily. That's my game plan. But right there, he ends up throwing a dot right over towards the left, and he ends up scoring a touchdown. But again, you got to remember your opponent's tendencies. Remember that in crucial situations, he likes to go to the out route. 3rd and 10, he likes to go to the post, out route, whatever the hell you want to call it, that sharp post that he likes to go to. And, we got to remember that. You always got to remember your players' tendencies. That's one of the big things about when I do my user video on how to improve your users, is that remember your opponent's tendencies. Remember what plays they like to go to and what situation. That's a big factor in how to control the users. But as you see, the next drive, we end up scoring a touchdown on the run because we can't pass. He's literally got every receiver double teamed. Even if I were to send 5 receivers, he's still got 10 people in coverage. That's still everybody double teamed. So, man, it just gets difficult. But we're up 17-7, so we feel really confident that our defense is going to be able to come through. Right there, he goes to Chris Johnson, but we stop him. And, of course, he's no huddling the entire game. So, there's nothing worse than when the opponent, because I no huddle every play. When the opponent no huddles, it sucks because it makes the game longer. I hate when people no huddle. Not saying only I can no huddle. Of course, you got to do what you got to do to win. But when I see somebody else no huddle, I'm like, oh, great, this game is going to be like an hour and a half. But as you see, we got a crucial stop right here, and we're up 17-7. So worst case scenario, unless we get a turnover, Eli Manning should be able to give us the 20-7 lead. And right here, we end up going to Bradshaw. And as you see, this is the playbook I'm talking about, where they got screens from both sides of the play without switching the formation, which I thought was really, really, really cool. I've never seen that in the playbook before. But right here, 4th and 4, we're forced to kick a field goal, but we're satisfied with that. We're up 20-7, and we're definitely pleased with our lead so far. So, we're definitely happy about that. His offense really isn't giving us too much trouble. And then out of nowhere, he decides to, try formation. And when something works against somebody, you continuously do it. So he comes out in that Panther heavy type of play. I don't know what it's called from the Titans playbook, or maybe he is using the Panthers playbook. I don't know, but he comes on that formation, and he gets a first down. So then he continuously runs it the entire game. And this is the first time I've went up against his offense ever, so I'm a little confused about it. I mean, I've had people run it a couple plays, but every single play from the same formation, which clearly he figured it worked, so he just continuously running against it because his offensive scheme that he was trying in the beginning of the game wasn't working. It was getting shut down. So he decides to just stick to that formation, and he's making it work for him. He's making good reads, he's making good passes. Jake Locker with his mobility is making plays. As you see, Jake Locker ends up scoring a touchdown before halftime. Of course, I can never get past the 1-game streak of stopping somebody before halftime. Why is my defense so disrespectful? I'm telling you, my traits, my attributes for giving up touchdowns before half have to be all minus. Like, to make a tackle in the first quarter is tremendous, but in order to tackle somebody before halftime, it goes all the way down. Right there, we try to sneak in a pass right there, but I mean, it's pretty much before halftime, so we tried anything at that point. But we're still up 20-14, but he does receive ball at halftime, so right now we're a little worried that he can go ahead and take the lead. But offensively, my game plan has to change. I have pretty good, decent passing scheme out of that formation, but now I'm forced to run because I can't go out and pass, and he's got 10 people in coverage. It's just, not a good look. So I'll continue to run the ball and hope for the best, hope that, I don't get put in passing situations. As long as I can avoid that, I'll be all right. And as you see, after that, I was like, okay, we're switching the quarters. We're not going to allow you to run like that with Jay Lockard on that, thinking you're going to just run up and down the field with us and have fun. So we put a stop to that. But then he comes out and passing, and it gets a little confusing. I want to run commit because he has the QB wrap, but he also has some decent passing formations out of that one formation. So again, this is the first time I've went up against this literally every game. And right there on 4th and 1, remember that play. It's a quick out route towards the right. That right there is crucial. That is something that I remembered, and you'll see when I remembered it. So he scores a touchdown, and we're down by 1 point. And as you guys know, your boy GS is playing sim. We'll represent for the people who like to play football the right way. But this game, I admit, my frustrations got to me, and I'm like, F this. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try and beat this kid bad. Right here, as you see, we're running the ball because it's what's working. You know, I really can't pass it. But look, it's second and inches, and he's still backing everybody up. It's 1st and 10, and I've been running the ball, been doing good, and he's still backing everybody up. So I call a screenplay. You see, this is what sucks. Now it's 2nd and 13. Now I'm pretty much forced to pass, but I call a run play anyways, and he still backs everybody up. So we get a decent amount of yards. So right now, it's 3rd and 3, so we call a passing play and it ends up getting stopped. So right here, I'm like, you know what? I don't care. We're going for it. We find somebody, we got him open, but he ends up just dropping it. So then I was like, damn, why didn't I punt the ball? But at the time, it just felt right, man. I was so frustrated, and I wanted to beat this guy so bad. Right here, off his back foot. I don't even know how he throws that, but it's 3rd and 12 right here. A stop right here is going to be crucial. So right here, he stands in the pocket. He goes over and he throws an incompletion, and he ends up punting us the ball. So we get another opportunity to go ahead and score and take the lead. Even a field goal, we'll take whatever we can get at this point, and we continue to run the ball. You know, he's forcing us to. We don't want to because we got the Giants, and they got some weapons on the offense to pass the ball, but there's nothing I can do. You know, I got to play the hand that I'm dealt. And the way he's calling it, look at this. Look at this. He sends nobody. He sends nobody. And again, this is the first time I've went up against it, so I don't got any plays to go up against this. I've never faced anybody who thinks it's cute to send 11 people in coverage. So right here, you know, we continue to run the ball. We got to do what we got to do. 4th and inches, that right there, I really thought should have been a 1st down. And I'm like, you know, he's going to send pressure. He's going to. It's 4th and inches. And he does it. He still puts 11 people in coverage. Really catch me off guard completely. I figured he was going to send some type of heat because I've been running the ball, so I figured he thought I was going to run the ball. So I'll go ahead and call a screenplay, catch him off guard. We'll keep him moving. But no, he still sends 11 people in coverage on 4th and inches. And I'm like, you know what? You outsmarted me on that one. I overthunk it and thought that he was going to, I don't know, man. And now he's got the ball in pretty good territory. So it's 4th quarter. Right here, we stop him to a 4th and 2. And remember that play last time he called us on 4th down? Nope, not this time. No, so for you. We get an interception. We're not falling for that again, playing. No, not twice. I know your 4th down go-to play and is not working this time. So we end up cutting that off and we get an interception. And now guess whose game plan is going to change again? No more no huddling. We are going to kill the clock. He is not, I repeat, he is not going to see this ball again. I guarantee you, we are going to work our way to a game-winning field goal. He wants us to run the ball. Okay, we're going to run the ball. And he is not going to see the ball no more. So look at the play clock. We're end up running it down, ticking 8 seconds. Less than 10 seconds before I hike the ball. And I'm making sure of that. That way I take as much time as possible. So 3rd and inches, we end up just calling it. 4th and inches, big play right here. We need this to win us the game. We're looking, nobody's open. So what do? We take off for Eli Manning, and he acts like Michael Vick, and he gets a 1st down. And that right there was huge. So we're able to continue the drive. And there he goes back again, sending his 11 people in coverage. Clearly, this man is the owner of the Defensive Domination Guide 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, ABC, all those things. So right there, we get a good pass. And right here, we figure, you know what, we'll die. We're going to avoid a big hit. We're not going to be able to fumble. And no, I dive in what? The ball hits his kneecap, and he ends up fumbling the foosball. And not only does he end up fumbling, he ends up recovering the ball. And I'm like, are you serious? This is how I'm going to lose? I'm going to lose. Now, you know, my thing is always respect your opponent. But I'm going to lose to this bum. Considering you're off a fumble, but right there, oh, the referee farted. You know what that means? He wipes away the smell, and he's passing past the line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 15, instead of running the ball, forcing me to use my timeouts, he comes out passing. Why? I don't know. I can't control his offensive play calling. Right there, 3rd down, he does a nice play. And he tries to no huddle, so we call a timeout. We're like, hold up. He's trying to win the ball game here. He gets this, he wins. I get this, I win. So there you go. We play a little faggy ourselves. We put just one person rushing. We're going to give him a taste of his own medicine. So we put everybody in coverage. He throws, but he ends up incompleting the pass. And right here, he ends up quitting because he can't stop us. We're going to take a couple of knees, and then we're going to win the ball game. And he ends up quitting. That's exactly what you get. That's exactly what you deserve, my man. So we end up winning the ball game due to him quitting. The most frustrating game of the year, but we end up winning. Follow me on Twitter if you guys don't already. Subscribe to my new channel if you haven't already. It's your boy Jay signing out. Peace. Give it to me, baby. Nothing but biblicalness.